Hey gang, welcome back to the 30 and 30 vlogs in 30 days. My name is Mike, and today we're doing, well, pretty much right where we left off yesterday. We're back out to check cows. We have 2 cows on the ground that I know of. We're going to go out and check them. We're also going to talk about what we're looking for when we're checking cows. First though, I really got to pee. Something they don't talk about. The great thing about being on the ranch is I can go pee wherever I want and whenever I want. I mean, there is a highway, so you got to have a little bit of common sense, but it's something they don't really talk about. And I remember it being talked about more when we came to the ranch back in 2008. I remember friends of mine saying, awesome, you can pee wherever you want. Apparently now it's taboo, but it's still the truth. A little bit of TMI, well, that's what you get here on the 30 and 30. We don't pull a whole lot of punches, and of course the 24-hour live stream coming up, and yeah, I gotta pee during that too, so get used to it. All right, we're heading out to check cows, and we have a couple cows that I see that are out here acting just a little bit goofy, so we're gonna take a look at some of these girls and see if we're getting close to having calves. We'll take a look. So our first that we're looking at here is number 8. Number 8 is a really good mom, but she's kind of over here hanging out by herself. But as we get out here and look at her, she doesn't have a huge udder. She does have a huge belly. Not really what we're looking for, but she is off here by herself, and that kind of makes me wonder if she might be thinking about doing something. You want a piece of cake, girl? Come on. Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah, you can have that. Okay, I'm just giving you one. I'm not giving you a whole bunch. Go have a baby. Do something productive. You know, she could be thinking about it. She is off here by herself, kind of up in the corner of what we call the lot, but who knows. We're going to take a look at a few other cows that we've got out here and see if they might be getting close. And the first thing that we're looking at is that udder and watching it fill with milk, becoming more like a basketball than just flab. Hey girl, how you doing? Number 2 and her mom. She's doing good. Both of them are. I'm going to swing up this way and see what we can find. I'd like to see some more calves born, but we are still just a few days ahead of our due date. Our first due dates, I should say. Hey, number 2. I like number 1. There you go, bud. Oh, jumping up and leaving me. There comes Mom. You look a lot skinnier, Mom. Yeah. I usually like to make sure every once in a while that the calves can get up. They've got the energy to do that. Of course, that one walks right over to Mom, grabs himself a bite to eat. All right, there's a couple cows out here this morning when I came and checked. It looked like they might be getting close. Of course, none of them are hanging out here with us. So we're going to try to find those and see how they're doing. So that one, number 130, is a good example of a cow that looks like she might be filling up a little bit. Keep an eye on her. That's Bambi. She's got nothing going on. This cow holding her tail right there, like she's got something going on, but I think she just peed. It's nice to be able to pee out in the field, isn't it? Nobody judging. Well, you really had to go. All right, so there was a couple cows this morning that I wanted to keep a little bit of an extra eye on, and that was number 184, which is Lincoln's cow. And then number 14 was another one that I thought looked like they might do something today. Now, unfortunately, I don't know where the heck they're at, so I haven't found them yet. We're gonna keep looking. All right, so we're coming up on number 184. And she's a cow that looks like she might have a little something going on. So we're gonna take a look at her really quick. Hey, girlie. How you doing? I know. Just wanna say hi. I'm going to throw her out just a little bit of cake so we can get down here and take a look at her udder. So you can see that she's in the beginning stages of filling up here. Right. But she's still pretty loose. I'd say she's still a ways off. Hey, Faith. Number 14 was the other one that I was looking for. We're looking at number 14 white right now, and you can see that her bag is starting to get big too. One of the easiest ways to tell is actually from the back. It's starting to hang, fill up. Boy, she's big. She's very, very pregnant also. All right, let's do our quick round around the home pasture here just to make sure that nobody's off and hiding from us. I do see up there, I don't know if you can see her, but number 8 moved from her spot up in the lot to closer to the barn. So we're gonna swing by and take a look at her really quick one more time, just because she's acting a little suspicious. Apparently hungry. If you decide to have a calf, let me know. Call me, text me, page me, whatever. All right, we're gonna make our rounds really quick out in the pasture just to make sure nobody's hiding, and then we'll head back to the shop where we've got a little project for today. that has to do with the Hustler feeder and the malfunction that I had on that. So we're gonna get that fixed up and get the Hustler feeder back into operation. But really quick, just a trip around the range.
Let me know. Do you feel me too? Let it show. Babe, I'm into you. We've been on and off, in and out, up and down too many times. Now it's time. Show me what you got. Some say there's a little things, I say there's a big old ring. Anything that hear you say I do. It ain't the way that you see me. It ain't the way that you kiss. It ain't the way that you please me. It's just the way that it is. The way that it is. Baby, you had me running blind. It's time for you and me, baby, to make up our minds. Some say there's the little things, I say there's a big old ring. Anything that hear you say I do. It ain't the way that you see me. It ain't the way that you kiss. It ain't the way that you please me. It's just the way that it is. The way that it is. The way that it is. It's just the way that
Still just 2 calves on the ranch, but if I had to put cash money down, I would, I'd split my bet. I'd put it between number 8 or number 14 to next have a calf. So that's my guess. Not right very often, but it's always fun to try. Okay, we're gonna wrap things up and head back to the shop. We're gonna get that Hustler back up and running. Erin's getting kids from school this afternoon, so we're also watching the farm store. So keep an eye on both things and the cows, whatever else pops up. Okay, so over here at the Hustler, you maybe remember last week we blew a hydraulic line. Actually, we didn't blow a hydraulic line. It had just a pin prick of a hole in it, but it was enough to lose gallons of fluid, hydraulic fluid, and really slow down the machine. So basically, I haven't been using it for the last week or so, for feeding anyway. And what I've managed to do finally was get to town and get a new hose, and we're gonna get that put back on here so that we can get this thing back to work for us. Hydraulic hose, this one cost about $70 or so, right in there. Not very long, but boy, this stuff is getting really expensive. We're gonna go ahead and bring up the table a little bit, and then we can get to work underneath here. The hydraulics on these Hustlers is actually pretty cool. You basically only use 2 hydraulic controls, but you've got 3 surfaces to control. You've got the table that goes up and down. You've got the spears on the back that allow you to lift a bale and put it up in the table. And then of course the rotors that turn to spit out the hay. When you've got the table flat as it can go and all the way down, it actually comes down here and pushes on this little valve. And with it all the way down, the valve changes the route that the hydraulic fluid takes and runs your spear. Once you lift the table up, that same lever actually controls your rotor and the output of hay. Pretty ingenious if you ask me. The problem is none of it works if you've got a hole in a hose. So we've got our new hose here, and I'm gonna go ahead and hook it up really quick. You can see that the leak really did cause a mess, and that's just something we're gonna have to clean up here eventually. But for now, I just kind of want to get it back up and running and be able to use it. So I want to keep my threads as clean as possible on anything hydraulic. It just makes life a whole lot easier. And there we go. Hydraulic hose, one of the easier things to actually replace on anything on the farm or the ranch or whatever you want to call it. For those of you who are wondering, I am watching the farm store. It's right over there. I can see it just fine. If anybody pulls in, I can run over there. The other thing is, this is where I parked the tractor after we had our hydraulic leak, and unfortunately I haven't been able to move it because tractors use hydraulic fluid for steering, and I haven't refilled it yet. But before we get to refilling the hydraulic fluid on the tractor and figuring out how much we lost, I do have to run some zip ties and kind of get everything in order here just a little bit. Luckily, zip ties were on sale at Harbor Freight, so I got a bunch of them. Okay, so we've got our new hydraulic hose on. What I'm going to do is actually disconnect the Hustler, kind of get it out of the way a little bit so that we can, hopefully, I'm hoping without the Hustler connected, I'll have just enough hydraulic fluid to steer. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to, but I want to get this thing into the shop so that I can get the hydraulic fluid refilled in there rather than out here where there might be some dust or anything else that could get in on it. So. These tractors use hydraulic oil for dang near everything, from steering to suspension to obviously moving and articulating all your attachments, your loader, and all that kind of stuff. So the quicker I can get this moved in here and done, because I can hear that hydraulic pump just working away. So the quicker I can get this thing in here and shut down, the better. As with any hydraulic leak, the mess continues. But at least now we're inside. We're out of the wind and out of the dust a little bit. And we're gonna be able to clean some of this up and hopefully get ourselves refilled to where we need to be. Whew, what a mess. One of the biggest fears as far as the tractor goes is getting any sort of contaminant inside the hydraulic fluid reservoir or the tank. So I want to try to clean this up a little bit. Ideally, and I'll probably end up doing this later, is I'll hit this with a pressure washer, get it all cleaned up. But for now, I just kind of want to knock anything that's loose off of here so that when I have it open, I'm not going to accidentally drop something in there. Yeah, pressure washer will do this whole thing wonders. I'm just not going to run a pressure washer when it's 35 degrees outside. That does not sound like fun. This hydraulic reservoir holds 13 gallons of hydraulic fluid. I don't think I've lost all of it because last time I started up the tractor, things still moved. It wasn't horrible, so maybe I lost half of it. Not exactly sure. But all we can do is start filling it up, get it to where we need it. I like to buy hydraulic fluid in bulk. Even so, 5-gallon bucket runs about $10 per gallon. So this is an expensive process, but it needs to be done, so might as well do it. So I could take a funnel, shove it in here, pick up the whole bucket, start dumping it in. I've done that before. I usually tend to make more of a mess than I probably need to, but I'm gonna lose this dang thing. Hold on, stay there. There you go. Okay, so we have a 5-gallon bucket, and today we're gonna try using a transfer pump to move it into there. I don't know if this is gonna take forever and a year or not, but we're gonna try it out. This is a 5-gallon transfer pump. Basically pumps somehow. There we go. Pumps like so. And I'm thinking that this hose is too short, but I think we can make it work. All right, little table, a lot of hydraulic fluid. It might be easier just to dump it out and use a funnel. We're gonna find out here. All right, there goes our transfer pump. Our hose goes in. We'll see how long it takes us to pump 5 gallons. There we go, 1 5-gallon bucket down. I don't know how long that took, but by the time I put this all together, we'll know. Not bad, bit of a workout though. Let's check and see where we're at. All right, 5 gallons in. We might be on the dipstick. Let me check that again just to make sure. Okay, actually we're not bad. I'd say we're just a couple gallons off. And because we're just a couple of gallons off, I'm hoping, I like to save smaller containers such as this one and refill them with my bulk stuff so that they're a little bit easier to manage. But I don't mind the transfer pump. It is a bit of a workout. So we're gonna switch over to a funnel and a smaller container. The other reason I like these smaller containers is because they're actually labeled 1 gallon, 2 gallon, so I can keep track of how much I'm putting in. Save the container. You can always refill it and reuse. Hey, and we're there. We're right at max, actually. I did a pretty dang good job judging that one. Yep, perfect. Wow. I couldn't have got that any better if I tried. All right. So this tractor should be happy, aside from a good bath, which it definitely needs. Seems like every spring we have to go through and really work on cleaning everything up, ourselves included. What lessons did we learn today? Well, let's see. Buy hydraulic fluid in bulk, apparently, but save old containers because they will come in handy. And what else? Oh, don't let any debris, dirt, or any other gunk get in your hydraulic system through your filler nozzle or anywhere else, because it's a very expensive fix. Don't ask me how I know, but it costs about $10,000 to replace a hydraulic pump on this tractor. Okay, for right now, I'm gonna leave this tractor right here. We'll hook it back up in the morning, take it out to feed, and hopefully everything works. I'll bring you along with me for that as we take our first look at feeding in the 30 and 30. We're gonna go back out really quick. I wanna check those cows one more time. It's been, I don't know, like an hour or so to get this job done. But I do wanna go out and check number 8, make sure she's doing okay. Any other things, you never know what you might run into. I did promise you guys a giveaway for today's video, and that is directly from our friends over at Ariat. This is an Ariat FR coat. I'd lift my feet up here, but I'm wearing Ariat boots. And they have very graciously given us a $100 gift card at ariat.com to give away today. All you have to do, leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because that does matter. And we're going to pick a winner from one of the comments and one of the people that subscribed. So I will announce that tomorrow in the video as we get out and feed. So let's jump back in the gator. We'll head out and check cows, then I'll cut you loose for the day. This rooster out here freaking out. Apparently the sun decided to shine, so that made our rooster friend here decide it was time to go. I gotta get that thing over to the dump one of these days. That's actually a chest freezer that died in the farm store. Oh, customer. Alrighty then. Now, we're gonna go look at those cows. Sold 10 pounds of hamburger, 10 pounds of dog bones. So, not bad altogether. My commission comes out to about a cup of coffee. So, which is higher than Matt's commission, by the way. There's number 8. She's not doing nothing. All right. I don't see any cows separated off. We'll check our calves, then I'll cut you loose. We'll start working our way towards tomorrow. Be sure to leave a comment. Be subscribed to the channel. Get yourself entered in to win that gift card from Ariat today. I'll announce the winner tomorrow. Here's our little kid. Now I haven't seen her up for a little bit, so Just gonna make sure she can get up and move. Come on, there you go. Come on, you can do it. Come on. There we go. You're a little wobbly. That's okay. You're doing great. Always good to see them up and moving. Let's find our other one. Where's your mom, little kid? Huh? You're okay. Wants nothing to do with me. Alrighty guys, that's it for today here on the 30 and 30. You just gonna stand back there? Look cool? Alright. We'll see you tomorrow as we continue on the entire month of April, wrapping things up with a 24-hour live stream. Lots more calves to be had, lots more projects to be done. In fact, I was hoping we were gonna get to one today, but FedEx didn't show up in time, so we didn't get a chance to do that. We'll probably end up working on that one tomorrow. That's a project that Matt and I are both going to be working on, and should be a lot of fun. So stick around. There's a whole lot more on the way, and we'll see you tomorrow right here on Our Wyoming Life. Looks like the tractor isn't the only thing that sprung a leak.